Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Love now to pass on first down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down, counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at 1st and goal. To throw now. Here's Love. Setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Not much there, only a yard. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, but they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory, or might he go for it?
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. He's got it to Collins, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's taken down inside the 30.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Watson off play action. Man open, it's Goodwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. From the red zone now, Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Collins. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've got that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Love going to give this one to Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And finally brought down at the 43. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Love. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On 1st down, Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
forced out to his left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd down and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And Cooks has it over the middle. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Watson. He's got it. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Now it's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. A 1st down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Kingsley Kiki there on the tackle. Second down and 8.
Here's Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big run there by Jones.
You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there.
The greatest show on.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Love. Complete. Jefferson the target. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
159 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. On the delay, Jones. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Watson now to throw.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Watson's throw taken in by Collins.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
7 yards, the pick up there. 3 yards remain for second down.
Here we go again. Here we go. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, alert 3.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Right there. 54.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
From the gun on third, Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Desmond King picks it. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead They found a way to make a play on that side of the ball, and maybe...
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
A check down here to Jones.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Jones. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Nifty move. Fights through, and now a crease. And finally out of bounds, just inside the 10. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative-type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for Houston, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.